Welcome to this week's episode of the Founder and the Force Multiplier podcast, where we explore how founders and leaders work together with their right-hand partners to turn ideas into action and build wildly successful businesses. Today, we're going to talk about organizational whiplash. So what is it? Let's dive in. So we know that leaders, particularly entrepreneurial visionary leaders, have great ideas on the daily. Well, some ideas are greater than others, but these leaders certainly don't lack the ability to generate ideas at a sometimes alarming rate. I'm sure you've been in a meeting or on an email thread where your executive came up with a really great idea for adding revenue. They sent the team off to execute in one direction before thinking of an even better idea, causing the team to scramble to change course and keep up. This can happen over and over again in a day, a week, or even constantly throughout the year. It feels like you or the company as a whole are taking one step forward, then one step to the right, to the left, then you take it back, then hop one time, stop twice, slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. And then you may be right back where you started. This is organizational whiplash, also known as whiplash leadership. So the author of Rocket Fuel, Mark C. Winters, describes organizational whiplash as follows. The organization is so tuned into you and your ideas that when you turn your head in a certain direction, the whole organization turns along with you. Being a good visionary, soon another idea will come along and you'll turn your head in a completely different direction. Guess what? The whole organization turns their head in the same direction with you again. Then you turn your head back in another direction and the whole organization is just turning their head from side to side, trying to keep up with you. They can't keep up with your pace. Leadership development and coaching company Korn Ferry defines whiplash leadership as a leader's rapid series of decisions that often send entry-level employees, senior executives, institutional shareholders, diehard customers, and every other form of stakeholder scrambling. Team members and customers and clients are always looking to their leader to set the pace, vision, and direction for the company. So organizational whiplash is an extreme example of what happens when there's constant barrage of ideas, unclear communication, rapid-fire decisions, and the lack of following any sort of strategy or plan. So why do leaders create organizational whiplash? Listen, it's not necessarily intentional. If organizational whiplash is clearly a negative, then why do they do it in the first place? Leaders, especially visionary leaders, have a unique gift to see the future clearly and effortlessly generate ideas. And of course, they want to share all these ideas and their vision with everyone. Leaders move quickly and worry about the consequences later. They are confident in their ability to figure things out, so if their decision isn't right, they just pivot. Leaders also tend to have a relentless drive when they are passionate about an idea. That is, until the idea no longer holds their passion or interest, they can burn hot and fast, and before long, they are on to the next thing. All of these characteristics are what make visionary leaders so incredible, but like with all strengths, they can be weaknesses too. What are the consequences of organizational whiplash? There's quite a few of them. Leaders, employees, and companies can all suffer due to organizational whiplash. So here are 7 consequences that can occur in the organization. Number 1, lack of respect for the leader. Every time a leader changes their mind, initiates a new idea, or course corrects, especially if this is a pattern or if there's a little to no warning of those changes, the leader risks losing credibility, respect, and the trust of their stakeholders. Number 2, decreased productivity. When the team doesn't know what to focus on next or is only given a limited amount of time to make progress before a new idea or project gets in front of them, productivity obviously suffers. Number 3 is burnout. Over time, employees may feel burned out due to lack of clarity and direction and start to believe that their work effort is futile. This flip-flopping and whiplash from the top can dampen morale, which can lead to more decreases in productivity or even to the exodus of team members. Number 4, decrease in employee retention. Like I just mentioned above, if the organizational whiplash goes on for too long, employees may move on to new opportunities where they can feel confident in their leader's vision and leadership and see the fruits of their labor. Number 5, misuse of time and money. Moving from idea to idea doesn't just cause issues among the team, it can have significant impacts on the company's bottom line, from wasted time and effort to deployment of capital without any real strategy or plan. While unintentional, the consequences are real. Number 6, missed deadlines. Inevitably, without clear direction and constant changes to projects and priorities, deadlines are going to get missed. This affects deliverables to stakeholders as well as employee morale, not to mention the P&L. Number 7, slower or no growth. If a leader spends money on a new project, then changes their mind, sets the team in various directions, loses employees due to a lack of clarity, and generally has an unproductive team due to organizational whiplash, then growth is going to be an issue. But there is hope. Those multipliers are here to help. So how can force multipliers, executive assistants, and chiefs of staff help their leader prevent organizational whiplash? Jason Wilfer said, the visionary's greatest threat to their current idea is the next great idea that they've got coming along. Well, force multipliers, it's our duty to make sure that the two don't interfere with each other. So how can force multipliers help their leader prevent this organizational whiplash? First, you have to do the hard thing and tell your leaders what you're seeing. They may not even be aware that they are causing chaos in the ranks. They need to know how their ideas, lack of direction, and fast-paced decision-making are impacting the team, and not in a good way. Leaders need trusted team members to keep an eye out for their blind spots. If not you, then who? If you need help having one of those fierce conversations, then head on over to our blog. We have additional resources there to help walk you through that conversation. Second, know that visionary leaders are not going to stop generating ideas, and we don't want them to. But force multipliers can help prioritize these ideas and determine which ones are the most important and which ones can wait. How? By doing my favorite thing, which is asking really great questions. If you're not sure where to start, then check out our 10 questions that we put in the show notes below. They will help you work with your leader to help prioritize and execute projects. Finally, it's important to create a system to capture your leader's ideas. Just because they are not the right idea right now doesn't mean that they aren't a great idea to either implement, delegate, or even sell to someone else in the future. Capturing the information is key. Then make sure you have a reminder to review the ideas on a monthly or quarterly basis. There may be an idea in there that could be harnessed to help your leader move their next initiative forward, strategically, of course. I'd love to hear if you've experienced whiplash in your organization, or maybe you're a whiplash leader. What has helped you and your leader bring clarity and direction to the company? Post a comment below or come chat with us on LinkedIn, and let's mitigate this organizational whiplash together.